Introduction. Hey, Money Squad. Drop everything you're doing because I got some breaking news that could put $1,400 in your pocket today. Yes, you heard that right. Congress just approved the stimulus bill we've all been eagerly waiting for. But hold on. Here's the kicker. The rules have changed, and you might be surprised by who's eligible this time. Seniors, this one's especially for you. So listen closely. In the next few minutes, I'll break down all the details about this game-changing stimulus check. Trust me, you don't want to miss a single word of what's coming next. Welcome to Wealth Boss, your go-to source for the latest updates on Social Security, stimulus checks, and benefits tailored specifically for American seniors, including SSDI and SSI recipients. I hope you're all doing well. And now, it's time to dive into the essential details. Call to action. Before we jump into the juicy specifics, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. That way, you'll never miss out on any updates that could impact your finances in a major way. The big news. Here's the big news. Late last night, after a marathon session that had us all on the edge of our seats, Congress finally passed a long-awaited stimulus bill. It's a monumental step, with a massive $190 trillion package aimed at boosting the economy and providing relief to millions of Americans struggling in this challenging economic environment. Now, I know what you're thinking. Cut to the chase. What about those stimulus checks? Well, I've got you covered. The centerpiece of this bill is a direct payment of $1,400 checks for eligible individuals. And let me tell you, this would be a real game changer for many of you out there. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The eligibility requirements for these checks have changed a bit from previous rounds. So even if you received a check before, you'll want to stick around and verify that you're still in line for this round. Eligibility breakdown. Let's break it down. Who qualifies for these $1,400 checks? The good news is that many of you watching right now will likely meet the criteria. However, there are some important details to consider. First up, let's talk about income thresholds. Single filers, if your adjusted gross income AGI is $77,500 or less, you'll receive the full $1,400 check. Heads of household, if your AGI is $112,500 or less, you're good to go. Married couples filing jointly, the cutoff here is $150,000. But wait, what if your income is higher than these limits? Don't click away just yet. You might still qualify for a reduced payment. The phase-out for these checks is steeper than in previous rounds. Here's how it works. Single filers with an income above $80,000 won't receive a payment at all. Heads of household above $120,000 and married couples above $160,000 will also miss out. However, if you fall between the full payment threshold and the cutoff, you'll still receive a portion of the $1,400 based on your income level. The big twist, dependents included. Here's something that's really exciting. This round of stimulus checks will also include payments for dependents. In past rounds, only children under the age of 17 were included, but this time, adult dependents are eligible too. That means college students, disabled adults, and elderly dependents could all qualify for a payment, which is a huge win for many families. Seniors, you're included too. Now, I've got some especially good news for seniors and those receiving Social Security benefits. If you're getting Social Security retirement or disability benefits, you should be automatically eligible for this payment. That means you don't have to file a tax return or jump through any extra hoops. The IRS will use the information they already have on file to process your payment quickly and efficiently. When will you see the money? Now, I know a lot of you are probably wondering, when will I see this money? I've been digging into this issue, and here's what I know. The bill still needs to be signed by the president, but that's expected to happen within the next few days. Once it's signed, the IRS won't waste any time. Based on how previous rounds were handled, we could see the first wave of direct deposits hitting bank accounts within a week or two. Pro tip: get paid sooner. Here's a pro tip for you. If you want to be among the first to receive your payment, make sure the IRS has your current banking information. If they don't, Or if you typically receive your tax refund by check, it could take several weeks longer for that paper check to arrive in your mailbox. Impact on other benefits. Now, let's address an important question. How will this stimulus payment affect your other benefits? I've got some great news for you. These stimulus checks are not considered income, which means they won't affect your eligibility for other federal benefits, like SNAP, food stamps, Medicaid, or other assistance programs. Moreover, they won't count as income when determining eligibility for subsidized housing. And don't worry about your Social Security benefits either. This payment won't impact those in any way. Senior payments priority. And for our senior viewers or those receiving Social Security, I've got even more good news. In previous rounds, there were delays in processing payments for Social Security recipients. But this time, the government is prioritizing a swift distribution of payments for everyone, including those receiving Social Security. So keep a close eye on your bank account. You might see that $1,400 deposit sooner than expected. Addressing concerns. Now, I understand that some of you might be thinking, this all sounds too good to be true. You're probably asking, what's the catch? Well, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't address some of the concerns and criticisms that have popped up surrounding the stimulus package. One major argument is the potential impact on inflation. Some economists are worried that injecting so much money into the economy could lead to rising prices. Others argue, however, that this stimulus is necessary to prevent a deeper economic downturn, and inflation risk is either overstated or manageable. Another point of debate has been the income thresholds for these payments. Some believe the limit should be set lower to target those most in need, while others think they should be raised to extend the benefit to more middle-class families. Scam alert! Finally, let's talk about something that's always a concern whenever money's involved: scams. Unfortunately, there will always be people trying to take advantage of a good situation. So here's an important tip for you. The IRS will never call, text, email, or contact you on social media to ask for personal or banking information. If someone reaches out claiming to be from the IRS and requests such details, it's definitely a scam. Also, you don't need to pay anyone to help you get your stimulus check. If someone is offering expedited service for a fee, that's a major red flag. The process is automatic for most people. And if you do need to take action, you can complete it for free through the official IRS website. Stay safe and stay informed. Be cautious about clicking on links or downloading attachments from emails claiming to be about your stimulus payment. Scammers are becoming more sophisticated, and they may try to steal your personal information or install malware on your device.